Hi friends, today we're going to talk about how to find the meaning of life in the modern world using the wisdom of existentialism. Time flies fast, and sometimes it seems like everything is happening too chaotically. But don't worry, I'm here to help you make sense of it. Let's dive together into an exciting journey of self-discovery and the search for meaning. Life is not just a collection of random events, but a journey where we can find ourselves and find true fulfillment. So let's begin. Embracing freedom and responsibility. Existentialists such as Jean-Paul Sartre argued that humans are endowed with freedom of choice. We create our own lives through the decisions we make. But what does this mean in practice? Example: you may feel stuck in a job you don't like. Your freedom is to consider alternatives, learning a new profession, finding another job, or even starting your own business. The choice is yours to make. Tips: 1. Start by becoming aware of your current choices. Write down what you like and dislike about your life. 2. Take responsibility for those decisions. Recognize that it is your actions that have brought you to your current state. 3. Gradually start taking small steps toward change. For example, enroll in an online course or start looking for job openings in a field that interests you. Accepting responsibility is a powerful step toward finding meaning. You are no longer a victim of circumstance, but an active creator of your life. Realizing your own mortality. Existentialists argue that accepting the inevitability of death helps us live a fuller and more meaningful life. Example: Steve Jobs, in his famous Stanford speech, said that realizing his own mortality was the key to his success. It prompted him to ask himself every day, if today were the last day of my life, would I want to do what I'm going to do today? Tips: 1. Accept the thought of your mortality. It is not a cause for fear, but a motivation for action. 2. Start small. Spend more time with loved ones. Do things you really enjoy. 3. Ask yourself the job's question every day. This will help you focus on the things that really matter. Mortality awareness helps us to appreciate every moment and not put off important things for later. Finding authenticity and authenticity. Existentialists believe that it is important to be authentic rather than living up to the expectations of others. Example: think of times when you felt uncomfortable doing something just because others expected you to. Perhaps you chose a career that didn't satisfy you to please your parents or society. Tips: 1. Spend time alone with yourself. Meditating, journaling, or just taking walks can help you realize who you really are. 2. Write down your core values and make sure your actions are in line with them. 3. Gradually begin to manifest your authentic self in your daily life. Start with the little things. Choose clothes you really like, or take up a hobby that brings you joy. Living authentically means being honest with yourself and others, even if it's not always comfortable. Embracing the absurd and creating meaning. Albert Camus talked about the absurdity of life, that the world doesn't always have a logical explanation. But this is not a reason for despair. On the contrary, it is an opportunity to create your own meaning. Example: things often happen in life that seem unfair or illogical. For example, the sudden loss of a job or a serious illness. But instead of sinking into despair, we can find meaning even in these difficulties. Tips: 1. Embrace the absurdity of life. Realize that not everything has an explanation or meaning. 2. Create your own meaning. Find something that brings you joy and fulfillment. It may be helping others, creativity, or self-development. 3. Don't be afraid to change your life. If something doesn't bring you fulfillment, look for ways to change. By embracing the absurd, we can find freedom and live life to the fullest. Overcoming alienation and loneliness. In today's world, it's easy to feel lonely and disconnected, but it's important to remember that we are not alone in our feelings. Many people experience the same emotions. Example: You may feel lonely in a big city where everyone around you seems busy and distant. But many people around you may be experiencing the same feelings. Tips. 1. Open up to others. Start small. Strike up a conversation with a coworker or neighbor. 2. Find communities of interest. Meetups, clubs, or online groups can help you find people with whom you share common interests. 3. Be genuine in your relationships. Share your thoughts and feelings without fear of being vulnerable. Existentialists believe that human connections can give us a sense of meaning and belonging. Pursue deep and genuine relationships. Thank you for watching this video to the end. We discussed how we can find meaning in life in today's world using the wisdom of existentialism. Accepting freedom and responsibility, recognizing mortality, finding authenticity, creating meaning, and overcoming loneliness are all important steps toward a meaningful life. Remember that each of you can create your own reality and find your own path. Live life to the fullest, and don't be afraid to be yourself. See you again.